So we're we're at the institution and stuff. Cause I just kept meeting new people and people were doing what they wanted to do. But when you're at an institution, why is he spitting? Nah, he's not. This song is lame. It's called Moon Rap. Like, why are you talking about weed in the song? Can't know what else to talk about. Okay, so basically what was going on was that I guess I'll keep this open. It's weird. I guess the ancestors actually hear your thoughts. Like, they're in another dimension where they actually are able to hear your thoughts. Your thoughts are on a frequency in which they hear all of them. Like, there is no secret with the ancestors. So I was like, I don't even be asking y'all ancestors for y'all secrets and stuff. Like, I tell them what they do. They just do it. Like, tell that nigga to stop posting that. Tell that nigga to stop hitting me up. Tell that nigga to leave me alone. Tell that nigga that he lame. They said, I know. They know it. They start talking about it. There they go again. Damn, get your ass off the button. While that's going off, I'm about to use the restroom. Okay, I'm back. Give me a second. Finally, that stopped. I'm looking like, why the fuck did that go off twice? Let me hurry up and take care of my business. But yeah, so basically, I'm thinking while I'm in the bathroom, I'm like, why they dudes don't even gotta wash their hands if they piss. So I was just like, that's interesting. Like, you can just go piss and keep it moving. And it's really feeling for everyone to use the restroom. I just say like, damn, like, I'm ready to get back to what I want to do. Like, some things you just gotta do. So yeah, that's basically my college experience. So where I left off with it was basically, so I'm in college and stuff, and the institution is like, it's not a game. Like, the institution is not for you. Like, the institution was for slaves. The slaves created the institutions. Like, they took the slaves' ideas, and then they created a system based off of what the slaves wanted. And they created basically the slave system to reward the slaves or try to pay them back. That's what the system does, it pays the slaves back. So you should be your own business person, like an entrepreneur. Like, you should have at least work on an idea, set the intentions for that. You got to make it during these times. Like, you gotta have a business. If not, you're gonna be overworking, and that's just something that the slaves aren't smart. Like, the slaves didn't think. Those are your ancestors, and your ancestors still aren't smart. Like, I be teaching the ancestors what tarot mean. Like, I had to give them the meaning to things, and I just tell it straight up. Like I said, when I be picking up, and I be like, "Is that my higher self?" But that's my higher self has allowed them to be speaking. Otherwise, I would just tell that spirit to leave. But they would just be like, "What's the Ace of Swords?" I'll be pulling the card, and it'll be the Seven of Cups. But then it'll actually be the Ace of Wands. But they'll be like Seven of Cups. I mean, Ace, Seven of Cups, Ace. And I was just like, wow, I was picking up on that frequency. that thought frequency, every frequency is connected to who you are. And the moment that you think about a frequency, that's something that's going to continue to manifest as a thought. And so the moment that you're doing these different things, you have to understand that, like, no matter what, nobody's picking on you for being different. What people would pick on is the fact that you've never expressed it before. Like, for some reason, they pick on you for never saying it before. So they're trying to test you and go against or conflict their own self, though. But they're conflicted about that they've never seen it before. Like, people are so used to being right. So yeah, so I'll deal with the ancestors that way. And like, it's just an interesting journey in the institution. Like, you learn that, like, your time is not rewarded. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're gonna be a slave if you're in an institution. Like, okay, at first, when you're first in an institution, you're not a slave, you're the master. But then they turn the masters where you don't have to deal with money. They turn the masters into, because I'm an energy master in this lifetime, but they turn the energy masters into slaves. Like, they start enslaving everybody. And it's just the people corporately. Then you have to earn your freedom. But it's not worth it if you ever had to be the slave. So that's all I had to say about that. You know, I can get to the reading now. Gotta use the stone. Talking about the system. It's just so evil. It just makes people not want to be themselves. Like, everybody, all the celebrities in the system and stuff, and it's just like, it's just unfriendly, you know. So I'm staying out of that. Like, it's just hurtful for real to be in the system. It's like you have to be obedient to somebody all the time. Somebody's telling you what to do. You can't even ascend in the system because that's for their bosses to want to do. They call them reptilians, but they're really just salesmen. They're the bosses. They just talk about them online and stuff. I was like, how y'all gonna be talking about a system that you participate in, though? Like, it's different if you're living freely. And I mean in every way, though. Like, you don't even talk about, like, you don't think that way. You don't think for the system. Like, thinking gives the system power. Like, your thoughts give it power. Like, when you talk about it negatively, that's giving them even more money, because that's just making them think of more programs to just program you with. So it's crazy. I'm just like, the United States is like, still slavery exists. It's now what you would call work slavery. It's the workforce instead of being what you would call industry slavery. Like, the industries aren't slavery. Like, food and stuff not bad for you, but the workforce, like going to the job and school, daycare, that's slavery. I'm trying to tell you. But let's see what's about to come out. Okay, so the Knave of Pentacles, somebody's thinking deeply about themselves, like what they want to write, like maybe get into some type of writing, maybe take like a writing course, or they're about to start dressing up or going out. They're about to start working on their future, planning. That was the Knave of Pentacles. You have the Hermit in reverse, so there's somebody who's like about to really start disciplining. Are they gonna try to discipline you? I'm picking up still some type of female is gonna try to discipline you, even if it be like your girlfriends and stuff. It's crazy. So my little sister, because we're all 2 years apart, her birthday in March, and so she had Aries, and it's crazy. Like, she really be disciplining her boyfriend. Like, that's her child. Like, she be on his stuff and telling him he can't talk to people or that he can't have friends. I'm talking about talk to people on his device that his parents pay for. Nah, she don't pay for that. His actual physical parents pay for that device and have paid for that device. But then she'll like tell him that he can't text people and she can't be friends with him. She be spying, she be snooping on all his stuff. But it's crazy because then she'll be like talking to dudes with that. It's just messy. That's just messy. And I just like, I can't with y'all. So you got but yeah, this mother figure is about to try to control your life. I mean, it could be perceived as a mom. They're gonna be acting like they're your mom, basically. You got the Five of Wands, but somebody's about to get out of this, and that's through deep reflection on their actions. Like, they're about to be thinking hard about this person and what they do, and then that's gonna help you in your life. The Ten of Chalices, so people are moving forward, just knowing that they're emotionally compatible. they're finding ways to be compatible in their life, and it's just with what you're doing. Like, you know, my emotions reflect something for me to do, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm fulfilled in the chalices. And every chalice says, somebody's really feeling this way for a reason. Like, you feel how you feel for your own reasons. 7 chalices. So people are picking up on what to do just naturally, and I'm picking up that they are empaths, and that these empaths, because this chalice is like an empathic energy, it's emotions. But the empaths are really figuring out what to do about feeling so much without having anything to pour out into it, or have like some sort of like of a medium, we call it a medium, or like some type of art, or some type of a deepness about it. You know, like nobody's getting deep with what they feel. They're just lazy. It's the 9 of Pentacles. They're eating too much. They have the wills, but people are focused on maybe getting a new job, a new career after hearing that they're slaves, and I feel like they should. Like, try to not be a slave. Like, don't be in the karma of having to fix it because you did it. Yeah, the 3 of Cups. Somebody's upset that they've ever decided to go on the path that they've gone on. 7 of Swords. There is some sort of contract spiritually. Like, they're in a spiritual contract with these people that they have to communicate with, and they don't want to, but they have to according to this contract. Yeah, the 10 of Swords. But they're looking for a way to maybe escape. Like, they want to run away. They want to be a runaway slave. 2 of Swords. But that's not going to work. They're going to get caught. That's what I got. That's how the terrorists be. They just sit there after the reading. They don't even keep talking. They just be like, all the ones on YouTube that I've seen. I've gone to a tarot reader before, and she was right. I didn't think that she was gonna be right. I was like, what the fuck? She's talking to my higher self. She talks shit to my higher self too. I'm like, damn, she right. She was right. She talking about I was gonna get some kind of promotion in life. I'm gonna get a promotion. I was mad as fuck when I left. I was like, that was not what I expected it to be. I guess that was myself looking for something deeper anyways. Like, you know, you want a deep ass tarot experience and stuff. Like, you want it to be like a movie or something that you've dreamed about. But for it to just be so blunt, she was just very blunt. That's the only part I was concerned about. I was too distracted about, like, it's like her energy was just, it's like, I don't know, the ancestor said she was trifling. I don't think that she was trifling, but I think that she had her own perception of herself, that it's like she's about the money. One thing about her, she's about the money. It's this crystal shop that I went to out there. I don't know, it's out of town. And I'm not saying it for their protection. But yeah, I went to this crystal shop and stuff like that, because there's people working there and stuff. Like, there's people there. And so there might be an empath from being in danger emotionally from people feeling it. But yes, I went there, and so that's why I heard that they did tarot readings. I was talking to this person at the time, and she was going through something with her boyfriend and stuff. I kind of mentioned her in the last. No, that was just a reading. But she was going through something with her boyfriend. I met her through this. So I had met her through this youth program and stuff like that. Like, it was some type of intern. She was called Freedom Schools. Basically, Freedom Schools let us be teachers. And we had our own class and stuff. And we went out of town. It was just sad. I'm like, these people are so enslaved. Like, you could be free if y'all all just stop participating in the bad. But we gotta hear about the bad and hear what these kids are going through and hear about the laws. And you trying to treat us like a kid up in here. I was like, you're not gonna treat me like one of them. I wasn't saying shit. Like, I was truly still traumatized. I was very traumatized from I had my last relationship, and that person was neglecting my emotions, and I caught on to it late because she was manipulative, and she would still want to be with me even though she didn't have time. She would want to be with me. She wasn't with me. She would always want to do things, but it's like she never made it happen with me. So that was just traumatizing for me. So I was dealing with like mothering myself, like being my own girlfriend at that time. Like I really gotta give myself that